Now, when I pointed out a couple of weeks ago that in some ways, with all due respect to our Danish allies, they had not kept pace, there was a lot of criticism from Denmark, a lot of attacks at the Trump administration, at the president.
Dear President Trump, listen very carefully.
At me,
F off.
at others in our administration for saying the obvious, which is that Denmark has a job at keeping Greenland safe.
I think I can smell shite.
There is no amount of bullying, no amount of obfuscating, no amount of confusing the issue. Our message to Denmark is very simple. You have not done a good job by the people of Greenland. You have underinvested in the people of Greenland, and you have underinvested in the security architecture of this incredible, beautiful landmass filled with incredible people.
Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
That has to change. And because it hasn't changed, this is why President Trump's policy in Greenland is what it is.
I ain't buying that.
I'm not buying that either. That was J.D. Vance there, addressing U.S Army troops at a base in Greenland earlier today. The location was evidently the only option for the Vice President, as not a single residence, hotel or business in the capital Nuuk, Nuuk, would accommodate Trump's right-hand man during his visit, which also took place without invitation. This of course follows America's current plan to annex the Scandinavian territory and comes without a hint of subtlety but with a heavy dose of hubris. It goes without saying that the reasons given in the speech were absolute lies and that the true intentions are to expand the American empire, seize foreign territory, plunder the fossil fuel resources held within and accelerate climate collapse in order to increase the profits of the super rich at the expense of the planet.
Everybody got that?
The suggestion offered by Vance for the states to take over administration from Denmark when
Greenland have been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years.
was spurious at best, with no outline of a plan whatsoever, outside of basically saying, we'll do a better job than you.
That is one big pile of shit.
He did also say that there would be no need for military involvement for now, but it obviously wouldn't be the first occasion that the United States had broken international law just to acquire a bounty of ill-gotten gains. It's also very telling that Vance heavily criticised the tone of Ukrainian President Zelensky during the clash at the Oval Office a few weeks back. Then he himself jumps on Air Force 2, goes to another country and openly slags them off from the very first sentence. In fact, now I think about it, did JD even say thank you once?
You said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank you?
The visit, as well as the overall idea of Greenland becoming US territory, has brought criticism from the government and the public. The Foreign Minister, Lars Locke, says he feels provoked and that these are very harsh words, and he's a little offended when you think that Denmark has always been there for the USA. Others have emphasised that international rules must be followed and that America can't just sweep in and do what it likes unchallenged. Two residents interviewed by the BBC said it's very odd and they don't like it. They also mentioned that there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of people are worried. Simultaneously, President Donald Trump posted on social media a video that features sweeping shots of Greenland's landscape as well as archive footage that appears to come from newsreels in the 1940s. The video describes how the Nazis sought control of the Arctic during World War II and torpedoed a US ship that was on its way to Greenland to help prevent a Nazi invasion. How ironic. So that's the latest on the situation right now. I want to know how you feel about this development and where Trump and Vance's intentions might lead, so let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe and thumbs up buttons to help us out on the algorithm. You can now join the channel with a membership for just 99p with some great perks for you to enjoy, including exclusive content and early viewings, plus lots more. And you get to join the list of awesome people who support the channel that you can see on your screen right now. Hit the join button or follow the links in the channel description. If you'd like to make a one-off contribution, then please hit super thanks on the video or follow the link to our Buy Me a Coffee page where you can help to show solidarity and support the channel for just the price of a tasty hot beverage. All contributions are greatly appreciated. Thanks again everyone. My left eye will be seeing you soon.